Good morning. For Tuesday's trainer's tip, I want to expand a little bit on what we started to talk about last week about attaching a rein to a leg and what your hand positions are going to do to affect those kind of things. I'm going to use Cactus Wren here today to demonstrate. I've got about 12 rides on her, so she still makes quite a few mistakes. She's just learning, but she's learning that to attach a rein to a leg. So what I mean by that, probably the most important thing you can do with your horses early on is teach them to follow their nose. You really need to be able to get around here, and when you turn that rein, when you pick up that rein, this inside leg should follow that hand or that rein. All right, and it's really important because we all know that we could just turn our horse's head and he can run sideways that way all he wants, right? We've all kind of been there. So instead of that, I want her to understand that when I bring this nose around, that means just follow that nose around until I ask you to do something different. Now, I want my horses to learn to just stay here. And see how she's learning to stay here? I don't have to keep asking her. I don't have to keep holding her. I just have to remind her every now and then that I'd like her to stay in this position, and she'll get where she's pretty comfortable. Now I want you to note where my hands are in this situation. My hand comes right back here, kind of between my knee and my hip. I'm not pulling up on that rein. I'm not pulling down on that rein. It's just a direct kind of a pull sideways, and that's where I want that foot to go. I can change that a little bit if I want to, and I can add a little bit of my outside rein here, stop her, and maybe push that hind quarter around just a little bit. But I still got her head in this same position. I don't change my hand position. I'm just using my leg to push that hind around. We'll try that going the other way. Like I said, she's not perfect at it, but she's kind of starting to show us. So I'll stop a little of the forward motion with my outside rein, and I'll push that hind quarter around until she starts to yield that hind quarter a little bit and swing that around. My hand position doesn't really change. Now, we're going to start adding in the indirect rein or the outside rein, the neck rein, to start getting this front end to kind of move over a little bit. So then I'll kind of bring that hand up and lift that outside hand up a little bit, put just a little pressure against her neck, but mostly I'm doing the turning with my leg. So I get her nose to go again the way I want it to go, and then I'll just add in a little outside rein like that and use my outside leg and focus where I want those feet to go. So now this indirect rein or this outside rein is controlling this outside foot or this outside shoulder. We'll talk about that more next week, but for right now, if we could just get our horses to learn to follow their nose and then bring in their shoulder when we ask them to, we'll be getting someplace. That's Tuesday's trainer's tip. I hope you have a great week.